Hesh Sagafi, Liberty Home Mortgage here. What are we talking about today? We're talking about 3 things that make you look bad in real estate, okay? It's funny because I've done mortgage loans for 23 years now. And something I've always said to people is, like when it comes to interest rates, for example, I'll say to people that if you lock the rate, take it, walk, don't look back on it, don't think about it. When you do that with the interest rate, I always tell people, if rates go up and I got you locked in, you're like, man, that guy's a genius, man. You're gonna tell all your friends about me, you're bragging about me, you're Facebook sharing, doing all this crazy stuff, right? But if all of a sudden rates go down and you're locked in, you're like, that guy's an idiot. Why did he tell me that one, right? Okay. So the market can make you look really, really good or can make you look really, really bad. I'm gonna give you the 3 things today that make you look really, really bad. Number 1 mistake of the real estate market is poor timing of the market. It's people who try to time the market. I'm telling you this right now. Do not try to time the market. I get people that say, Hesh, rates are high, I'm gonna wait for them to come down. Or I get people that say, Hesh, prices are high, I'm gonna wait for those to come down. There's no timing of the market. I don't care if it's the stock market, I don't care what it is. No one, not even Warren Buffett, will ever properly time the market. What I could tell you is I have a table here from the St. Louis Federal Reserve that shows the average sales price of houses sold in the United States since the year 2000. What you'll see is that during recessions, home prices pull back. We can go all the way back to the 1950s. During recessions, when everything's receding, going backwards, prices pull back. Now, typically what happens is, from a timing standpoint, it's not something you can try to do. Because don't forget, when it comes to housing, especially real estate, you've got to hold it for a while. I'm not talking 10 or 20 years. I'm talking even if it's for 6 months, if you're renovating and things like that. Right now in the market, it's still a seller's market. Believe it or not, still a seller's market. It's going to remain that. Why? Because supply is low. But it's more of a buyer's market today than it was 6 months ago. By a mile, it's way more of a buyer's market. If you're flipping houses right now, I'll tell you what, this is not a market to be flipping houses in. Why? Because a recession is headed in 2023. A recession is coming, okay? I've got the chart on my little sheet here. We're gonna probably put that up there a little bit. During recessions, prices pull back. Getting into real estate right now with the intention to flip this thing and make quick money on it right now is not good. I'm gonna tell you this one, bad timing of the market. That's the number 1 reason that you're gonna look really bad in real estate, okay? Let's look at number 2. Not knowing the location of where you are buying. I remember years ago buying a home at the sheriff's auction, and I looked at the house before I bought it. And I thought to myself, man, that house is $120,000 all day. And the truth was, it was $120,000 all day, just not sitting in the city where it was sitting, okay? Know your market. The problem is somebody in Hawaii, they perceive a 2,000 square foot house to be $7 million. A 2,000 square foot house in Detroit, Michigan, Indianapolis, Indiana, Cleveland, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, in the Midwest, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Oklahoma, a 2,000 square foot house is not along the same steps as it is in Hawaii. If you don't know your location of where you are buying, you will dramatically buy for the wrong price, and that will make you look like a blind fool, as a matter of fact, okay? Let me finish this video up with the 3rd way that you're gonna look bad in real estate, and this is the biggest one, okay? It's trying to do everything yourself, and the number 1 leading part of trying to do everything yourself is not consulting with a real estate agent, especially when it comes to investors. Investors know all of the math, they know all of the real estate, and they're the experts. That's why they're buying a house in Nashville, Tennessee, but they live in Los Angeles, California. But they're still gonna dictate what the market is and how it is, and they know what the market is, you know, even though it's halfway across the country or on the other side of the country from them. The second thing is you don't consult with a good mortgage lender, okay? A good mortgage lender, when they're talking to an investor, will not just tell the investor what the terms of the loan are to get into the investment, but you have to think about this one. The trick, and I tell this to investors all the time, the trick is not getting into the investment, it's getting out of the investment. And when you're buying real estate to flip it or as an investment, my question is who are you selling the house to, and what will they have to go through in order to buy the home, okay? What type of market rent are you talking about renting the house for? You could buy houses in some parts of the country for $10,000 or $15,000. Somebody in Los Angeles, California, or Hawaii is going to look at that and say, this is insanity. I'm buying 20 of those. Here's your problem. A house that sells for $20,000, you want to know something? It's surrounded by houses that are selling for $20,000. So when you fix this thing up and you think you're going to sell it for $90,000, somebody's going to come along and say, you know what? Why should I pay $90 when the house next door is still $10,000? But again, this goes back to knowing your location, knowing your market. You've got to hitch your wagon to a real estate professional, somebody who knows the local market and can give you the truth about what you're doing so you can properly analyze all the numbers. You need to talk to a good lender, and if I happen to know a good lender, I would give you their name and number or something. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'd even tell you to subscribe to their YouTube page, like, comment, and share on their video, and maybe I'd show you all their videos too. But anyways, I know one lender, I think it's me as a matter of fact, I'm licensed in 45 states. So you want to talk to a lender who not only talks to you about getting into the investment, they talk to you about getting out of the investment. And this is, don't try to do everything yourself. You cannot take it all on yourself. The fact of the matter is, and this is just business, you come to realize that when you rely on other people and you delegate things out, you just do better, things go better, things work better, okay? Another little statistic, I always talk about using real estate agents, is agents sell homes for more money also. There's a lot of data behind that. You could all look at it, look it up. But the 3 ways you look bad when it comes to real estate, as I always talk, is 1 is poor timing of the market. If you're trying to time the market, big mistake, okay? Second thing, not knowing the location of where you're buying. And lastly, trying to do everything yourself. Pay attention to those so you don't end up as many people do and as many people will, which is just turning into a financial mess and a financial nightmare. Real estate's dangerous if you do it the wrong way. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to my videos, like, comment, share. Share these on your page and keep following along because you're going to see a lot of other videos like this that give you good advice, good quality advice, and let you know what's going on in the market. We'll talk to you later.